Hello, and welcome to the Libri Labra Book Club. Today I am joined by my husband John, aka BookTube Hubby, and also Book Club VIP member Tom. And we're going to be talking about Tender is the Flesh by Agustina Bazterrica. I do not have a copy. Do you have your phone? Are you able to pull up the cover? I don't even have my phone. But before we kind of jump into that, we're going to do a little bit about initial thoughts, and also then we'll jump into spoiler territory and we'll let you know. Also, if you ever want to join us on camera, you can do that by becoming a book club VIP member on patreon.com/LibriLabra. There's a few, go ahead, I want to show it to the
I don't know where we're putting
Tender is the Flesh, yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a few different perks, like behind the scenes stuff, being in a Facebook group where you get to talk about some of the media we're consuming. You also get to pick a book in a rotation in regards to what we're reading throughout the year. But other than that, this was my pick. And I wanted to pick something Latinx because it is Latinx Heritage Month from September 15th until October 15th. And I had gone to BookNet Fest. I want to say it was this past year or the year before, and someone had been talking about this book and how much it made him think about his perception of things and how heartbreaking it was. And I wish I could remember the exact thing that he said, but either way, he made the book sound super, super intriguing. And so I decided I wanted to read it and make it a book club book so that way I can discuss it with others. But initial thoughts.
Oh, I knew it was going to be dark going in, so
Is that because of what I told you, or because you read the synopsis?
Somebody told me. Synopsis? I don't know. Somebody warned me what was going on.
It's probably me. Okay, so you knew it was going to be dark. How about you, Tom?
I can't say that I heard anything about the book in particular. It's just that it seemed like it's very popular right now. So that's about it.
You had messaged me the other day saying that, Goodreads thinks I've read this twice. And that was because I had started it last year. And I got to like chapter 4, and it was more intense than I had anticipated. And so I ended up putting it down for a while. I did want to finish the book. And so I was like, you know what, let me make it a book club pick. So that way I have to.
It was your book club pick. I thought Tom nominated it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. So no. The fact that I guess it was you forcing yourself to finish it.
Yeah. Okay. Like I wanted to know, because I was hearing people talk about it without revealing everything about it. And I wanted to have the insider information. I wanted to know what happened in the book. So we can jump into spoilers now, I guess.
If you haven't read the book, pause it here.
Yeah. Definitely.
Go do that and come back.
But also, be prepared. It is intense. It is. I don't think it's a book I'm ever going to forget. I mean, even when I got to chapter 4, I feel like I was telling everybody about it.
Mm-hmm. So we're not in the spoiler territory yet because even the synopsis hasn't even been discussed. So all the animals have got some sort of virus and has become deadly to humans. You cannot eat meat anymore, so we started eating each other. Or I guess they actually. So am I under the impression? Okay, so I want to make sure I have something straight here. Did they genetically enhance them to grow faster? Because waiting 9 months.
Spoiler alert here is
we're in spoilers already. Yeah. Okay. But I mean, like, I missed something if that wasn't the case. Because 9 months is a long time to wait for food.
Yes, but I don't remember that being the case. Tom, do you?
There's both. From what I recall.
Because
remember,
go ahead.
No, just say the one breeder. I think he said, "Oh yeah, we don't use hormones. As with the FGP product, that they have is, hormone free and, genetically
First
not
generation
altered.
pure.
Yeah, first generation pure, yeah. So it's like their organic brand, like for better word. So yes, they both lines do exist.
So I was just wondering if we've actually gotten to the place where we're farming people, that we've actually got to a place where they are genetically enhanced and we're literally farming them, and they're not. Uh, am I also correct in under the impression that they were meant to be kept dumb and docile, so they really don't know much at all, and they've removed their tongues?
Vocal cords.
Where's the question there?
That they kept them like really dumb, not just like maybe they're even genetically dumb.
Genetically dumb. No, I think like if you're born and you're never taught anything, no one talks to you. You're like you don't know how to communicate. And I mean, you wouldn't be able to anyway if they took out your vocal cords. But I'm saying, like, I think that was how they further dehumanized them.
Right.
Because it would probably be a lot harder to do what they were doing if person
they were screaming, "No, stop! Don't! Oh my God!
Yeah,
what are you doing?"
like,
right.
Or can communicate or like make sense of the world. I'm trying to think of like how to even frame a question on this book. And this is not necessarily a question, but John read it first, and as soon as John was done, he was like, "You're gonna hate it."
I just said you're not gonna like it.
And so I was like,
"Am I right?"
I mean, am I mad about certain things? Sure, but like, it's still a story that's going to have me spinning my wheels for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, was there, because for me, it felt like chapter 4. Like, I had read up until chapter 4 and I was like, this is a lot. Like, it just, the way things were described, especially when they were like kind of like touring the facility and explaining how they treat the females that are there for breeding, like all of that was just so messed up. And then it was also during a time where, I mean, it's still happening, but I'm not getting it in my feed as often, but it was during a time where like everything on my feed was about another recall.
Right.
Another meat recall. Something was happening with our food. And I was like, we are like, I feel like we're a hop and a skip away from this potentially happening. And that was too much for me to process in that moment. So that's why I had to like put it down. But was there a moment like that for either of you where you felt like it might have been too much? Did not the vibe, but did the intensity change at any point for you in the story?
I don't think so. Not for me. I was just.
How about you, Tom?
Well, I mean, there's a saying that goes along the lines of never visit the sausage factory. So what does she do? I know. We'll visit the sausage factory, number one. And as I'm reading it, it's like, is this written by a vegetarian or a vegan? And sure as hell. Yep. Yeah, she became a vegetarian or vegan in like 2014 after seeing a documentary called Earthlings. And now I guess this is part of what she thinks now.
Interesting.
It's because I did some research. It sounds like one. Not that it's a screed. I don't want to portray it as that. But it's like, yeah, this seems like there's a definite point of view being espoused here.
I think we might have read the same article, because like she does mention, because it was written by her, and she does mention that she's vegetarian and that she did not write the book and set out to try to change anyone's mind in that sense.
And that's what I said. It's not like a
Yeah. And like, that's almost like the least identifiable thing for me, honestly. Like, I think it's just about how fucked up humanity is. And
because I'm pretty sure we can all survive off of plants and nuts and beans and shit. So why do we have to eat each other?
Well, that's one of the things that I thought, wait a minute, because, they do make the case, she does make the case, which happens to be true, that meat is a complete protein.
Okay,
But
yeah, you can't
but
find that
then,
any other way, right?
yeah, well, you can, and that's the point, but she doesn't go into that.
Right.
I mean, you like with plant-based proteins, you have to mix and match. Like, okay, I know rice and beans is one which forms a complete protein. But she doesn't say that in the book. It's like we're all about meat here. So
Yeah.
Maybe it's my own brain just trying to make sense of things as best as possible, but hearing you say eating each other, like that does not align with my vision of the story of the book in a sense, because like when you say eating each other, I'm like, okay, there was a plane crash and you're eating the person next to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they're both terrible.
I'm saying they're all human, so
right. And again, both things are terrible, but like I hear eating each other and I see a talking, walking person, which like they also were, but it was just framed in a different setting.
No, you're right.
Obviously, and not that that's any better, because
no, they were farmed, right
for that purpose, and I still don't know how anybody could have worked in that industry
and been sane,
like,
or
yeah. And I mean, I think she tries to make that point at some point where like, the people who
they're all slowly going mad.
And then there was that one guy who was way too excited about being in there.
When they went through the interview process with those two people, that was interesting. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, you're too excited for this. No, you can get that. No.
Yeah. Yeah, if you really want the job, you probably shouldn't have it. So
right. Like the way they picked sides. There was a moment in the book where you find out that Marcos, right? That was his name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Marcos ends up having sex with the head on his land.
Jasmine. And she has a name, Desiree.
Well, he named her after the fact.
Sorry, I couldn't resist. Go
ahead. But I remember what I was thinking and feeling in that moment, which was like, oh my God, what is he doing?
Yeah.
And then I like sat with that and I was like, well, what do you mean she's a human? Like, why are you so
right?
And then I had to process the fact that the story and the book had already normalized the fact that they were meat and they were animals and they were like, and coping with that is uncomfortable. I don't know how else to kind of phrase what I want to say.
With the unspoken, I guess, related point that you should feel that way when we eat animals as well, for the same reason. It's just that it's more normalized.
It is. And I know that if I had to kill and skin and do everything, I wouldn't do it. I know that I wouldn't.
Same.
And so I get that there's kind of that happening right now. And I also like really, really love animals. I don't know. It's just it's a hard thing to sit with, because I mean, also in science there is a food chain. Like other animals eat other animals, so like it's not like we're the outliers or the
I mean, we are, because we eat all of them. But yeah.
Well, that was something I was thinking about throughout the book. It's like, why do humans get a special pass? Why is this different? It is when it happens to you, but it shouldn't be in a way. Like they say, meat is meat.
So what you're saying is, why do humans get a special pass in the sense
Yeah.
Why are
that
we
we
not
weren't
used as
getting
meat?
eaten?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other related thing is, oh no, we can't have slavery. Because we're allowed to eat them, but we're not allowed to wear them around apparently. And I'm sure, it's like, well, yeah, maybe you should, think that way about animals too. It's like, well, you can't order them into slavery because, they are autonomous living beings that should, So I don't know. That's part of what I went through thinking with, going through the novel. So
I was expecting to cry, which I didn't.
I'm sort of surprised by that.
I am also surprised by
same.
One scene in particular.
that. Was it at the end?
No.
Oh.
Animals.
Mm.
There's only one
Oh,
point.
the puppies.
Yes, the puppies.
Oh, I was angry about that whole situation.
Probably, maybe. I didn't because I was listening.
I was just angry.
And there's like, it's not like huge, but there's enough of an emotional distance when I'm listening versus when I'm reading with my eyes. But I thought it was going in a different direction. And so I think the ending was really unexpected for me. And it just made me, I guess it made me angry because it was just like, really? Like,
it was so abrupt, yes.
I guess maybe it was because I liked the main character because it seemed like he was the only one in this world that was really struggling with it. He was struggling with, taking care of his father and like all these other things. And it seemed like he was the only one that had empathy left. And then that was all for naught. Like, it was like...
Was it? There was the empathy for the child. As soon as the child came into the picture, it was different.
I mean, is it when the child came into the picture, or do you think that was his plan all along?
No, I don't think he had a plan. I think he fumbled through the whole thing.
Yeah, we're not really let into his inner thoughts like that on that anyway. So inconclusive, I would say. And it could be like John said, as the situation developed, oh hey, well, my wife's back and there's a kid, and oh look. Now what?
Everybody's messed up psychologically already, so
yeah. Yeah, the other thing too, I think maybe the author was trying to show us how well, I know it, in text about slavery, how slavery changes both the slaver and the enslaved. And this could be one of the ways of showing it.
So it seemed like there was just an extended period of time where he was showing a different side of everything, but then it started to waver a little when they introduced like the scavengers. And I did not expect his reaction to the scavengers to be what it was. Like, because he was basically just telling them how to basically murder all the scavengers.
Yeah.
But really, that's like the end of the road. Like, if you're continuing on this, it's like clearly the scavengers are hungry and they want food, and you'll do anything to get it at that point.
Well, it was a solution to the problem that they'd learned that they can actually stop the trucks.
Yes, they lost product. Yes.
So in order to not have that happen
yeah.
again, they had to get rid of the scavengers.
Yeah. Something affected them, so they took action.
Scavengers weren't a problem until they were.
Until they impacted capitalism.
Correct.
Yep, exactly. But honestly, that could have been any sort of food. It could have been, I don't know, spinach or whatever, and the same thing. It's like, oh, it's food. It's ours now. Hooray! It just happened to be meat.
Do you remember what it was they said happened to? What was his son's name? Leo.
Leo. He just stopped breathing. I understood. And to me.
Okay, yeah, it sounded like it was just something that happened, but like clearly impacted his marriage.
Yes.
Which I imagine something that big would. I don't know. I don't like. I think of all the people I disliked in the book, I probably disliked the sister the most.
Well, I mean, the author really actually did a really good job of showing everybody's lack of empathy. Like his sister being kind of like of a narcissistic look at me type person instead of yeah.
Yeah, see how I love my father as opposed to how I love my father, essentially.
It was all about optics.
Yeah. What was on the surface.
Although I have to say one of the best scenes of the book was when he put his two nephews in their place. When he looks at them as though they'd be really tasty to eat. At the end of that chapter. Great.
And you raised two little shits.
Right.
Yeah.
No, plus he was going through all that stuff with his dad, and she didn't lift a finger. So
yeah, that sucks.
What did he do with the real ashes? Or
he dumped them at the zoo.
Yeah, he dumped them at the zoo and then filled it with
just
sand,
ash, sand, cigarette butts, and
whatever was around.
Yeah, just whatever was in the ground.
So, also too, it's never really clear because they make the point of saying, he interacts with the puppies himself, but he doesn't die. So is there a virus or isn't there?
Which, what is the end goal there? What?
Well, unfortunately, we're not given
population control.
For all the money, yeah.
Oh my god.
Population control, yeah. But somebody's profiting by it. You just have to figure out who.
Yeah, it's just about money.
Yeah.
Did you towards the end when Jasmine was in labor? Did that go down how you were expecting?
Nope. Actually, my initial thought when that scene started happening, when he saw there was different color in amniotic fluid, that he started freaking out. That I thought, okay, so the baby's not going to make it, and then he's going to be pretty. He did the same thing. Didn't matter if the baby made it or not. What I expected. So.
Well, Busted also got his wife out from her mother's.
Oh, right. So many little details that were.
I'm surprised she agreed to go over there.
He didn't tell her anything.
He said, well, yeah, he said, I need you. But then he also said, I need you to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's still.
Yeah, and she was all horrified too. But then it's well, the health of the patient and baby is first. Whatever the version of the Hippocratic Oath is, good on her for following it. But then, she becomes like him. It's why did you kill her? She could have made this. I know, yeah. And that's your societal training, in action.
Is that actually some of the foreshadowing leading up to where we're at? Because they were talking about other people paying money for pregnant, non-pregnant, or recently pregnant heads.
I think That was in the gaming preserve, like where the pregnant ones were more.
Oh, right, because
rebellious and more.
like
Yeah.
to hunt, they were more
Yes.
ferocious. Okay,
Yes. Because they had something to fight for.
right. Dude, everything about that it was, ugh. But it doesn't doubt me that I mean, I'm not surprised at all by any of it. Like, I feel like humans have already done all of this in some way, shape, or form.
And that's what I'm saying. Why is this special? It is, but it isn't. And we as human beings are incredibly cruel. Genocides and whatnot. I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, we're awful to each other and everything around us.
Everything around us.
Kind of,
the virus.
This is not a surprise. Yeah.
How many animals have gone extinct because of us now? Like, it's crazy.
There's an old science fiction short story that, if we go to other planets, we're just going to take our garbage with us and garbage that up, wherever we go. So,
where were all the male heads?
Probably the first ones to be eaten. They don't have any.
Well, the most athletic ones got shipped over to the gaming.
Oh, right. They were. Oh,
yeah.
My God. They were trained like athletes so that they had bigger, more flesh.
More challenge. Yeah. More challenge.
Or the hunt. Yeah, that's one thing. But no, I think this is because females actually had something else to add to it.
Yeah, and also too, they had the celebrities who went into debt. Well, you could pay off your debt.
Oh, that whole situation was crazy too.
And I was like, and it's like, considering if you're going to go that far, how was this not a game show? Why not tell about, if they're going to go that far, go the whole 9 yards.
Oh, he would have been scot-free tomorrow. Oh, well.
Yeah, you just have to move just as he passed by and shot him.
That was ridiculous.
I don't know. I just feel like, because it was the people making all the money that had the money that seemed the least empathetic and the more twisted. And I mean, is that all money does? Just
I think so.
Corrupt people to that level? I mean,
people
I think
don't
it might,
stop you. They don't slow you down. You're allowed to do whatever you want because of the money you have.
Absolute power corrupts absolute.
So
who's going to tell you no?
Everybody with money ends up eccentric because nobody tells them, dude, you shouldn't be doing that. That's weird.
Yeah. Or you can't do that. Oh, yes, I can. Watch me.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I can't say for sure because I don't have astronomical amounts of money, so I don't know what I would be like. But I don't think I would be like that.
I don't think we'd be an astronomical amount of money. We'd probably be helping a lot of people.
But also too, she goes after the going back to the game reserve, all these hunters in Africa who pose with the corpses of whatever they've killed.
Right.
There's always some great thing. It's okay, you shot that thing, hooray. Now I wish, and there's a guy last in cartoon of it somewhere where the deers get rifles too. It's okay, now it's a fair fight. But
yeah. You did a lot of work with that gun, didn't you, buddy?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, ooh, look how you're so brave. You get your life for your African guard to flush the animal out, and then you just shoot it. Hooray! That's real brave. And then with even with I forget what his name is now, where they actually had dinner. It's like all the heads on the walls and shit.
But is that because since women do have children,
Mhm.
for the most part, we have a higher sense of empathy,
Mhm.
because we're like developing it as little kids, like take care of the baby doll, do this
Mhm.
thing, like whatever. Is that desire to like dominate something, is that inherently male, or is there like something else to that?
Interesting.
Or is that like
Probably.
an insecurity thing, and so that's why I kind of don't understand it.
Oh, and then women don't do it because they're.
I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying like I don't understand that just sense of self-importance and then like grandiose because you've made yourself treat other people a certain way, and you think you're better than them. Like I don't.
That just seems narcissistic.
All I can say is Jane Goodall, rest in peace. They had an interview talking about a certain person and his activities, and she said that it looks like he's trying to be a chimp who's domineering over everybody else, and asserting himself. And if you know who I mean, bonus points for you. But yeah, I mean, there are certain people, men and women, who go to that, I guess, for lack of a better word, call it that alpha personality. But I think you're right. It is found more in males than it is in females. Testosterone? Question mark? Who knows?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not, again, it's not unknown in either. Although, there's also the notion that strong and powerful women are thrown into that category because for being like, well, she's doing the exact same thing as a man, but now suddenly she's a bitch. But
Right.
he's being strong and powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a different characterization.
I think they just get into if women actually get up to where what men are, I don't know, they just feel threatened. It's too easy.
Mhm.
I mean, is that it? Is the basis of it like fear? Like, because whenever I
so.
see, yeah, like I always refer to certain people behaving in certain ways as like chihuahuas, because I feel like chihuahuas are just really, really loud because they're tiny and they're scared and they're like
they have to be, or they get
right.
run over.
And animals that tend to be secure in themselves don't move. They don't budge. They don't really.
They don't care.
Because they know that when it comes down to it, they can do whatever they need to. They don't have to be loud about it. I don't know. I just the wife being like, "Why'd you do that?" She could have given us more kids. I was like, wow. Like it went from them not even living together, right, to like her being super disgusted, to now, oh hey, now we could be a happy family with a bunch of kids that they would have just had this.
That's what happens when empathy goes out the window.
Mm.
Did I misinterpret like what Marco was doing with Jasmine, like leading up to that? Like, did he only bring her into the house because of the baby? Because I thought he was like falling in love with her.
Again, I think he just fumbled through it. He didn't know what he was doing.
Well, I think it's more that it was intimacy rather than falling in love.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
having somebody close, period.
Right, exactly. Not too close, but close enough.
Or was it that once he lost his dad, that was just like a breaking point?
Possibly.
Like he was kind of, because
that was. Yeah, that's why she never really mentions that in the book, and so I don't know if you can. That's unclear to me, and you can say that, oh, this affected this. Maybe it did, but it's not explicitly stated that it is.
Because it seemed like throughout the story, everything he was doing was to continue caring for his dad. Was it not? because his dad was in the facility.
Oh, he
was like,
continued working at the
Yeah.
I thought so. And after his dad passed, he started telling everybody he was done.
yeah,
So yeah,
Well, also that was the reason why he was working in the processing plant. They paid him really well, and
right.
he could
That's what I'm
afford
saying.
the
And he could
nursing home.
afford,
Yeah.
right?
so he's probably planning on just backing out and disappearing and keeping the baby for himself. But then when he had to call his wife in because of the issues that he was worried he was going to lose the baby.
Right.
And then now she got involved. And she I don't know. He just like, okay, well, then we'll just get rid of this.
Right.
Dude.
It's like, throughout the novel, you're missing some things, and then toward the end, it's like, oh, hey, you can have these things mostly again. Which road are you? It's not like you planned it, but
I think that was a point where he turned. Like he was like, all right, well, I guess this is life now. So I think that was when he kind of folded into and probably gave up his own a lot empathy at that point.
I'm thinking of The Last Night of 1984. If you know, I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
No, I don't. I haven't read that actually.
Okay.
I started reading it. I didn't finish it.
It's really good. I was just doing it.
But there was like no hesitation, no second thoughts, no pause, no nothing at the end after his wife had the baby. Like his wife was holding the baby.
Mhm.
Like he just it went straight into
Everything's replaced.
elimination mode.
Yeah.
Like
That probably had to do with the fact there was another person involved now. Like she knew about her, so one of them had to be dealt with.
Well, my question is, why aren't there genetic tests that they could run that say, hey, that's not your kid? And who would question it? I mean, they clearly weren't together.
And she clearly wasn't pregnant for the last 9 months.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that wouldn't cause questions to be asked?
why did whoever gave him the head anyway? Why did that happen in the beginning?
I think he was there to broker an arrangement with the slaughterhouse facility for something, and they gave him a head for like just a come on, let this happen.
It's goodwill, yeah.
Like if you went to Home Depot to buy a drill and the fucking rep was there trying to sell drills, the representative usually ends up getting his own drill to show off to everybody. So he had a head to show off to.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't know what to do with it. He wasn't ready for any of that.
Mm-hmm. And in a way, you could say that Marcus was like numb throughout the novel till the very end, where, oh, look, I had my son and my wife back.
But he was like taking steps to humanize her again.
Mm-hmm.
By naming her, by bringing her into the house, by dressing her and giving her clothes, by teaching her how to use the bathroom. Like there was
again, intimacy, which he didn't have because his wife was not there. Or I don't know how long, but it does never say that he's lonely, but that's my guess.
My assumption is that working up to it, that his empathy was I don't know. I think he threw it away. I think he finally just like, you know what? It was just going to get me in trouble.
Well, it did when he, had relations with her. And that's
what I mean. Like
human, and
in order to get rid of that empathy and do what he had to do, it's like I feel I don't know. It's a character shift that I knew I didn't like.
Well, go ahead.
No, just saying it's the safety factor too, like you said. There's no way. I mean, but again, I can't see how questions can't be asked because, oh, hey, where'd the kid come from? And not that it doesn't sound like he's that social, and it doesn't sound like they were that social, but somebody's gonna have to ask the question.
Well, the book didn't go that far.
I know. I'm saying, yeah. I'm kind of disappointed that I did it.
Yeah, that actually caused a lot. If there's a second uh,
Volume
version
2?
of it,
Yeah.
yeah, that would
Tenderer is
probably
the
be,
flesh.
that would
Yeah.
probably be half of it is trying to figure out how to hide the baby from everybody.
Mhm.
I don't. I feel like, sure, logically there's questions, but I don't feel like anybody in a society like that. I don't think anybody would be that invested in finding out the
Right.
answer to that.
No, they seem to.
Well,
Because
the
they had
government, maybe.
inspectors and such, yeah. If
Yeah,
you're inspecting for that shit, yeah, they're going to ask. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. And like he said, it sounded like he burned his bridges with El Gordo when he got them caught and inspected the first time. Now the inspector says, "All right, I'm going to get you when El Gordo is gone," sort
yeah.
of thing. So he's on the radar.
How different do you think the story would have been had his father not died when he did? Do you think he would have?
I think that was intended to be a turning point.
Mm-hmm. Well, they
So,
say
like,
you don't.
do you think things would have like further developed with Jasmine? And like,
I don't know because then you got the sister because she was she was a little pokey. Like she probably would have asked too many of the wrong questions.
Mm-hmm. Especially as since the way he treated her at the memorial service. So.
But I'm saying if Dad didn't die, that wouldn't have happened.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably would have dealt with a little more of the sister being a little more of a problem.
Right. And also, too, there's the notion that people don't really become who they are until both parents are gone. They can actually live their own life. Not that he immediately does anything, but I'm just saying.
Was his wife's name Celia or Cecilia?
I think it's Cecilia, but
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Had he not needed to call her?
Yeah.
What would have happened?
Yeah.
He probably would still be with Jasmine.
Yeah. On a somewhat related note, in the audiobook, it was Jasmine for the longest time, and all of a sudden it was Yasmin. Like toward the end, it's like, wait, what happened? What was the change? Did I miss something, or the way he pronounced the name? So, a minor point, but
that's just how a Hispanic would say it.
I don't know.
I don't know who the narrator was, but his voice sounded familiar.
Oh, so you listened to it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, we'll buy an audiobook because of me.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the things that one of the other, I guess, peccadillos in the audio recording was him saying heads, HEADS instead of head. It's like it's singular. I know it sounds weird, but it's singular. Like you talk about 750 head of cattle. You don't say 750 heads of cattle.
Right.
So, and the other thing with her, did you guys have a notion that for me it was really hard to figure out who was talking when he was with other people, like especially like in the first scene where he gives the tour and such. Like because when she used his he, it sounds like the perspective should shift to the other character, but it's still on him. And I was like, wait, I don't think I've encountered this before.
Huh.
Maybe. I mean, I know it's a translated story.
Right.
So I don't know now.
Yeah, to me it's like, okay, who is the he that's speaking? And it's like, and then as I read through, it's like, oh, it seems like whenever she says he, it refers to Marcus, because for whatever reason she didn't want to use his name in the beginning.
Huh.
Well, that just means get good at reading for me, but I don't know. It's the only book that I've ever encountered that in. Oh, one thing we did not talk about is the immolationists, the church. And they say, and it was like the secretary.
Oh,
Yes,
that they
and you guys.
randomly had people that they wanted to just go ahead.
Yes,
All right, he's done. He wants to be cut up.
yeah,
What?
yeah. And that's the kind of thing, oh, and he was all gung ho about it. Then when you get to the room, it's like, oh wait,
Yeah. Well, when
yeah,
the congregation is around you and
oh
you're
yeah,
expected to be something specific, I mean, you
yeah.
go in with the idea, but when they're all gone and that peer pressure is
And
gone,
when that's
right?
looming up in front of you, it's like, yeah.
But that's
There's a book that
crazy.
I read. There's a book that I read recently where character, wanted to commit suicide, and they introduce an action which would start that, and then it's like, oh no, I don't want this to happen. Well, now what?
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's like it's an irrevocable decision. In this case, you really honestly don't know what's going to happen until you're in that situation. And then, when they open up the stall and say, all right, get in, and they lock the padlock, on your neck, it's okay, this is real. Yeah. And that's why they had that tranquilizer drink that they gave him. So he wouldn't escape like that. They had that. I can't remember who it was, but
He's also
yeah, the
it
young
was
woman.
the woman before him actually, yeah, and took a couple people out on her way out trying to fight, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and they had to start sedating them so they didn't fight because they actually have willpower. They actually have the fight. They
Hmm.
actually have and they've been taught. They have communication. They have so
And that's even in I think it was the first or second chapter where Marcus was saying about how he got his hands injured when he started working at his harvest plant because a pig bit him, and said you have to learn to respect the meat. You know. But I thought the secretary's speech was great. It's like, yeah, you guys think you're just saying no, but what the hell? This doesn't move the needle at all. Is what you're saying. It's like, it's pointless. Like, why even do it? So
It's a fairly short book. I know I was reading some reviews, and of course, there are the people that rated it high for being what it was, and then some people felt like nothing happened, which I think is kind of strange. But like some people just, I don't know, they felt like
I think I would fall more into the latter group. In all honesty.
that nothing happened.
Well, to me, like okay, let me ask you this, and well, here's my thinking. Then, my question to you will be: how would you describe the plot of this book? My thinking was it was essentially a tour of anywhere people are awful to animals, or humans in this case, and it's like the only real character development is his dad and his son. That's it. That's all we're shown. So.
I mean, I think it was like 200 something pages.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot happened for that small amount of pages.
Oh, it wasn't the personal ones. It's like a lot of the stuff seemed to be like, okay, we're going to go through this plant, and we're going to show you around. Like the German, it's a tour. The two applicants, guess what? Another tour.
yeah.
Even the zoo. Hey, we're going to go take a tour of the zoo where we, mistreated animals. It's like, I want something different. I mean, to me, like the first story of the book was just them touring the plant. So I could have done with about maybe half that.
So it seems about it is just the idea is we're just looking at this from a specific perspective.
Oh, I know, and I know. It's like, well, and I'm sure I would think no. I would think her thinking is, oh, I'm going to show you the sausage factory and see what you think about that. But I unfortunately read a book about which included the stockyards in Chicago, and yeah, in real life those conditions were absolutely awful too, worse than what's portrayed in the book. So
Well, I think we could probably do final thoughts. If you'd like to go first.
Oh, do I? Would I like to go first?
Would you?
Um,
I don't think it matters. You're going anyway.
I'll go for 4 stars. I mean, I don't know what would have made it a 5th, but I don't think it just we didn't say it's a good. It's I like it as a thought piece, and I feel like that we aren't very far from any of the dystopians that were actually in the past couple decades. But I don't know. It's just that didn't surprise me.
How about you, Tom?
Well, in my mind, I was originally going to give it a 2.5. But talking about it, I'd say I would give it another star, give it a 3.5.
I think I would give it a 5-star because of, one, how much I talked about it before even finishing it, and 2, how much I'm not going to forget it. Like it's just it's
okay.
one of those books that I'm never
stuck now.
Never ever going to forget.
You don't have to explain it. It's a 5-star anyway. Yeah.
And even like just the response that I've gotten from other people while I've talked about it. Like today I was telling Vanessa about it. She was like, "Oh, I wanted to read that." And then I said, "Do you know what it's about?" She was like, "No." And I said, "Do you want to know?" And then, so I described a little bit of it, and then she was like, "Oh, I don't know if I can read that." You know, and then Chloe is like, "Absolutely not." She's just like, "Nope, no thank you."
Yeah.
So
I will make the disclaimer once again: ratings are reflective of what we feel about the book, not the worth, the value, or the goodness of the book. So,
yeah. So, but would you read anything else by this author?
Absolutely.
I would not object to it if it was in a book club like this, but would I go out on my own? And
Yeah.
I think I have the audiobook for her most recent release, I think. I'm not sure. I'd have to go looking for it. I think it's called like The Unworthy. I don't even know what it's about, but
I'm curious now.
Yeah.
But that's also not to say, oh, she couldn't read like write for me like a 5-star banger for one of her novels. Yeah. So
well, final thoughts are that if you think you can stomach it, I would recommend reading it.
I like your choice of words.
maybe you don't need it while you're reading, but
it's not that long. I think will give you a lot to think about, and I think there's a lot of stuff in there that we didn't pick up on as well, like just you know, classism, misogyny, like racism. There's just like a ton of commentary in there that I don't think I picked up on a first read. I'd probably have to read it again.
Right.
But I can see why people have been talking about it and reading it. And I also can't say that I read a ton of translations. So
did you read it in the original Spanish then? I'm assuming in Spanish is the original.
Yeah, I don't. That's a great question. I don't think I would have been able to take away the same from it if I had tried to read it in Spanish, only because there would have been so much vocabulary in there that I'm just not used to coming across, you know, because of like the meat industry and like all that other stuff. So it probably would have hit different. I'm also just now trying to get more fluent in reading Spanish. And this month, as a matter of fact, I want to read a book that I already read in English, and I'm trying to reread it in Spanish using the Spanish audiobook. And that's Oye by Vanessa Mogollon. I bought 2 copies of that. So
what's next for us?
Next for us is The
I know.
Secret Society.
The Secret History.
The Secret
History.
History. Man, I
keep
keep
doing
messing
that.
that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
was like,
bought it.
I have a book there too. Mine's in Secret Scripture because that's another by Sebastian Barry. But yes,
Okay.
The Secret History is very
The Secret
academia.
History by
high academia type. Okay.
by
I understand it's
Hart.
dark academia.
Is it? Is it dark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People compare it to If We Were Villains a lot.
Okay.
I don't know what or it was one of those things like, the Secret History came first and then dark academia started happening.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Are you enjoying it?
I got to get past the vocabulary first.
Oh no, you're scaring me.
I had to look a few things up.
Interesting.
That's why I'm glad I have my Kindle. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Nice.
Yeah, pausing an audiobook to go look for something is
not the optimal.
it's not. I didn't do it much.
Like, how do you spell that? It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the biggest part.
All right.
I had to give up on a couple searches because I don't know what I'm looking for now. Never mind.
It's a pretty long audiobook. It's like 22 hours.
Yeah, the book's like 550 pages.
And I'm already behind 3 hours.
Oh no.
If I was supposed to do it in a week, I have to put 3 hours into it.
Yeah. Because
we're not discussing it. Oh, you have to read it too.
I have to read it.
Yeah. Okay.
And we both have ADHD.
Yeah, that's where we struggle when we have to share an audiobook and
then Desiree, you will be on for December, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Or November. You'll pick in November for December. So,
Are we going short
2025, folks?
Oh my God, it happened fast.
That did. It did. But if you've made it this far, thank you. And I hope you enjoyed Tender is the Flesh to the best of your ability, considering the subject matter. And hopefully you will come back and join us for The Secret History, A Secret History.
I think
It's a Secret History.
Okay. By Donna Tartt. And I don't have the cover because I have nothing. But hope you'll join us next month. And one more time, if you ever want to join us on camera to discuss the book, you can do that by becoming a book club VIP member at patreon.com/LibriLabra. Have a wonderful Saturday, a great spooky season, and the last few weeks of Latinx History Heritage Month. All right, take it easy, everyone. Bye.